What is up? So I am here today with my Love During Lockup review and recap for this past episode. This was the season finale. Yeah, exactly. We'll see, because it's actually coming back on Love After Lockup, I should say. It's coming back on this upcoming Friday. And who knows if this was what, episode 68. So if we see them starting with season 3 episode 69 when it comes back this Friday, I'm probably like gonna be really upset. Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. But anyway, as usual, I'm Janice or Barb, whatever you want to call me. Just do not call me Janice or Barbara. And today's candle is gonna be Endless Weekend, y'all, because I have a really busy, stressful week coming up, and yeah, I just wanted to be the weekend like endlessly. But yeah, this is from Bath and Body Works, and we're just gonna get right into this video. So let's go. All right, y'all. So this episode, we're gonna go with Ty and Boston. All right, so they were still sitting down at the little picnic, table meetup, woman to woman talk little thing, whatever. And I just don't understand. Ty got pissed off. Boston threw the water at her, whatever. So they fight for like a millisecond. It was literally so stupid. And honestly, like Ty, this whole season, like wanted to smoke so bad with Boston, but like she didn't really do no damage. And that's not me trying to condone violence or like wish that she did do damage, but it was just like, for how she was talking, like she didn't really deliver, too much power behind those punches. So whatever though. And then while they're kind of going at it, then her friend, also Boston's friend, jumps bad, like she wanted some too. And then I was kind of like, oh God, here we go. So it's going to be a whole like melee out here. But it really wasn't though, because like Ty's friend, she never tried to jump in it. And again, I'm not trying to condone anything or try to promote, black women out here acting crazy and stupid or, anything. But it was just like, well, if her friend's jumping in it and then you too, like, what if they start jumping her? Like, was she gonna, whatever. Anyway. And the whole time Boston's like, I'm gonna tell him what you doing and I'm just like, bro, Ty, I want better for you, so I want you to walk away now and never look back and let Boston have him. Since she wants him just so bad, she can have him, right? Whatever. So her and her friend go get in a car and they driving off, and she, she says she's gonna leave him in the dust and she's over that. Thank God. But then he calls, of course, like coincidental, go figure. He calls and she tells him everything that just went down and how she's done. And he's like, baby, no, don't go. Don't leave me, please. Begging. I was just like, oh God. Like, it was just, like terrible. But she hangs up and I was like, yes. Don't ever answer again for him. And she feels so relieved, so much so that she rides past the jail or whatever and like gets out and flashes him. And I was just like, okay, whatever, that's cool, whatever. And I guess, yeah, she drives off. So that's that. Switching gears, we also had Haley and Dalton, and it's been a few weeks. She's going to meet up with Emily or whatever. They're going out. Everything's cool. I see Emily also caught her hair. I was like, okay, Emily, all right, I see you with the undercut. Okay. We cool. And they're like going on like this little, like a gondola ride, when they be like, the guy be in the back rowing and you guys be sitting there and stuff. Like, so I'm just like, okay, that's kind of romantic, but whatever, whatever. And Emily begins to start saying how she, has feelings, like real feelings for Haley. And Haley's kind of like, she doesn't really know what to do with this information. She's like, I felt the vibes, but I don't know. I didn't know she'd be so bold. But then in that same breath, she gives her a kiss on the cheek, I believe. And she also reveals that she's dated women in the past. However, she's not had anything sexual happen with them. So, you know, Emily's down to give her the world, and she goes and they just start kissing and making out and stuff. And it was just like, okay, I didn't know this is how we were gonna end the scene. You know, our final scene with Haley. I didn't know it was gonna be like this, but you know, whatever, that's fine. But my whole thing is like, is this real or are you just horny? Like, what is going on? But I'm like, okay, cool. We'll see, right? Wrong, because next we saw her getting all dolled up because Dalton is about to video call her. And I'm just like, are you serious? She pisses me off, like real bad. And I don't know why she, like, they weren't even red flags at this point as much as she literally got the answers to all of her suspicions and still continued to drive down that wrong road. So whatever happens, you know, is going to happen. And we see that he comes on or whatever, and she's like, oh, yes, y'all. Like, all is just forgiven at this moment. I'm like, this is wild. But he sent her this portrait that he has somebody draw up of her and Hendrix. It was a nice portrait, you know, whatever. But I'm still like, so you really just gonna be like, hi? Like, everything is just fine. You know he's still gonna talk to people, other girls. Like, we know this. You should know this too. And, of course, she asks him, like, have you been talking to whatever face? And, of course, he's like, denying that he's talked to her. We know that's a lie. He is a narcissistic, habitual liar, if you ask me. But Haley, you're gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day, though, right? And she feeds in his BS, and she's gonna just continue to see where it goes, I guess. Unfortunately, the call cuts off. Well, fortunately for us, because I didn't want to see them no more. And she's in La La Land again. Whatever. Santiba. And it was just her picture up there, and I was just like, oh, I kind of felt bad. But she's sitting out by the water, still trying to just wrap her head around how this whole thing happened and whatnot. And I'm like, girl, he played you at the end of the day. I feel bad, but at the same time, like, people, not everybody has as good of a heart as you, is what it comes down to. And while she's sitting out there, who calls? Tulsi. He calls her, and he's like, what's up with you? I'm just calling to check on you. Like, no. You have no grounds to check on me going, like, forward. Like, that ship sailed when you did what you did and are now engaged and clearly took me for my money, and that's all you wanted the entire time. Like, we could see that. I could see that. So you don't get to check on me anymore, is what she should have said. Then she should have hung up. She shouldn't even waited to hear anything that he had to say, because what can you tell me right now to make me feel differently? Nothing. Like, the damage has already been done. But she's like, why? Why would you, like, why are you trying to check on me? Like, that's real convenient. And he goes on to say that apparently he had seen some guy on her Facebook wall talking about the last time he'd been over, or something stupid, and who knows how long ago that was. Who cares? It doesn't even matter. We're not even trying to validate that story, because regardless of if somebody was up there saying that or not, that is not good enough justification. I don't care. And then he started downplaying, you know, oh, all you sent me was like $20 or whatever. She didn't have to send you anything, and you're lucky that anybody did send you anything, probably more than the other girl did. So, you know, he was going to do this whole time. He didn't care about her. He only needed her to fill his commissary, is what it comes down to. Because everything he was saying, like, disgusting. He's a disgusting individual. And I could care less what happens to him. And I think he even said something about, I remembered I deserved better or something. Like, what the? Whatever. Zero remorse. Thank God she hangs up on him and she walks away. And I hope we don't ever see her on the show again doing the same things. Fast forward, we have Indy and Harry. So she's FaceTiming Aniris, whatever her name is, her spiritual advisor. It's been a few weeks, and she's filling her in on everything that happened when she went up to Ohio. And of course, she begins to ask her what she sees, you know, in her future and for them, and stuff as far as Harry. And basically, Inara said, Marriage, check. Cheating, check. Has he been talking to other people, dealing with other people? Check. So basically she said, you know, put yourself first. She saw the Knight of like Cups or whatever, which means he needs physical touch or whatever to, you know, kind of keep him grounded and stuff. And clearly, and you know, she can't give that to him right now or whatever. And so he's clearly been seeking out from somewhere else. And at least she knows him. Like, I was happy because I'm like, at least she knows she can't control him. He gonna do what he want to do. Just like anybody else is gonna do what they want to do as well. He's been around all these dudes for however long. Like, he's out, whatever. Now, of course, if he is given the opportunity to do something, he gonna do it. It don't take a rocket scientist to tell you that. So she's like, Anaris has never been wrong. She's got some things to figure out, you know, so they get off. They get off the call. Meanwhile, she goes to her sister's house, Londa, and she tells her that he cheated or whatever. That's what she saw. And she pulls up, she found pictures of his iCloud because, you know, she got him the phone or whatever so she could just get up into his stuff. And she found pictures from his iCloud of a couple girls or whatever. I guess I was writing or not paying attention. I didn't really see what the girls look like. And her sister's smart enough to know that he's too immature to commit fully to how Indy wants him to commit. So clearly every other sibling got all the smarts from Miss Yolanda besides Indy, because she just not pulling it together how I want her to pull it together right now. And so of course she's like, call him or whatever. She FaceTimes him and he's drinking, and I was like, you been drinking at the halfway house? Okay, whatever. Drinking, smoking, having a good old time or whatever. And so she asked him, she's like, point blank, she asked him what's up, and of course he's gonna act like he don't hear her, like, wait, what'd you say, whatever. Give him a millisecond to kind of get a lie going, right? And she says how Anaris said that he fucked somebody, and of course, yeah, once he gets his little lies together, he denies it, and he kind of flips it with, you know, the manipulation type thing. He kind of flips it for a minute, and I was just like, oh, here we go. And I know she's going to be on Love After Lockup. She's probably like the only person that's going to be on there. So I think this story is going to pick up on Friday when Love After Lockup comes back on. So that's really all we got from that scene. Max. Never want to see him again. And he ain't got nobody's picture next to him because we know that Tyra was non-existent. Like, did she even exist? Really, though? But he hasn't heard from her. He's over it. So he says he's made up with Alessa. I don't know why she allowed him to come back into her house. I have no idea. He says things have gotten better, though, because he apologized for being such a douche. Yeah, a douche. That's what he was. And at the same time, though, he's like, it's time for me to reach out to other inmates, though. And I'm just like, you're an idiot, and he probably just can't meet anybody in person. Like, it just probably just doesn't go well for him to meet people in person. So I guess this is why he does what he does. And we see him FaceTiming, video calling, whatever, an inmate named Elizabeth, and she was instantly ready to go to, well, they've been talking, and then she was ready to video message him like right thereafter. And so they're on video, and of course he's in the gym just looking so damn awkward. It doesn't even look like, there's nothing about like, oh my God, you know, like, ooh, guy, nice hot guy with big muscles. Like, he doesn't even give you those vibes, even if you wanted to have those vibes about him. It just looks so awkward. You know that episode of SpongeBob when they're having like the triathlon or whatever, and he has the blow up arms, and he can't do anything with them. Like, that's what Max reminds me of, like, just a big body, muscular body filled with nothing but hot air. Like, there's just not any substance there. But they talk, and she like gets up at one point, and it's all like, I have to get something. And I'm just like, girl, sit down. But her face, we didn't see her face, so who knows what she looks like. And he's like, we have a lot of interests. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't even know that yet. But she also says she gets out in 2032, and she's already been there for 5 years, but she's excited. And I'm like, you do know that's in 10 years, right? Like, I get why she'd be excited. Like, you know, you gotta have hope and, you know, look forward to something. But he isn't. Did that not like flash red for you when she said that? Like, oh man, like this is someone I'm not even gonna be able to be with for 10 years. So that means you gotta, you know, stop your life and be paying attention to them for 10 years until they get out. No, couldn't be me, but whatever. Anyway, he's going to just keep talking to inmates, so whatever. Moving on. Chris and Gabby, oh my God. So she is up there waiting for him to get released. Her and Essence are up in the car, waiting. They get to go through and they're behind the gates and they wait again for another hour and 45 minutes. And then Felicia calls and tells them, hey, just like he had mentioned before, the U.S. Marshals are apparently picking him up. So he not coming home. Like, the same thing we've been saying this entire time. He's not coming home. And she, in the midst of her continuously bringing up the wedding, she's done filming. She's like, take this mic off me. I'm done with this. Like, I can't believe this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm good. I'm good off this whole thing. And she pops smoke. She out of there. She drives off, and I'm just like, okay. And that was honestly like that was all that was with her. And that was pretty much the whole episode, y'all. It wasn't much. They just wrapped up with everybody, and they did do some ending, like, you know, updates with people. So Indy, she's going to pick up Harry in a few weeks. Like I said, she's going to still be on this next season. And Miss Yolanda ain't beat, man. She ready to pounce, you know, as soon as he touches down. Max and Alessa are still sharing the same bed again, but he's still talking to other inmates, and of course she doesn't know. I'm guessing still, and well, she knows now. Ha, you're an idiot, Max. And Haley has moved into her new house. She's waiting for Dalton, hopefully to get out by Valentine's Day, which I guess, you know, this past Valentine's Day. I don't know. I don't stalk these people on social media, so I don't even know if he got out. I don't care. But and moving on. Santiba is talking to a new inmate who is currently serving a 10-year sentence for drug charges. Okay. And Miss Ty, she has blocked Hottie, but she is now all about BB and Anthony and etc. and etc. and etc. Whatever. Okay, cool. Just make sure that, you know, I seen something going on up in your grill or whatever. Make sure you take care of that before you send any new inmates money. Okay. Like, I like you, Ty, I do, and I'm not trying. It's not me trying to go in on you at all, but it's just like, just focus on you, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And as far as Miss Gabby, she is planning the wedding, and she will pick up Chris alone in March because, you know, she's a bitch. So, yeah. So, guys, that is it for my recap and review of the season finale of Love During Lockup. Like I said, I'll be back this coming Friday for Love After Lockup. Let me know what you guys think of my review in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.